From that first season that Coach Saban arrived at Alabama, this game has been on the national stage. But since the Crimson Tide's 21-0 victory over the Tigers for the 2011 National Championship, Alabama has won 7 in a row over LSU. In those 7 games, LSU has not scored over 17 points in any game, has been shut out twice, and the Crimson Tide defense has held the Tigers to an average of just over 10 points per game. That is something the Tigers will have to overcome because the Crimson Tide is scoring at an all-time high. Alabama is number 1 in the SEC and the nation, averaging over 54 points per game and are averaging over 38 points in just the first half alone. The Tigers, they rank 6th in the SEC and 60th in the nation, averaging 30 points per game. But for the Alabama offense, this will be their toughest test of the season to this point.
I think Ed's done a really good job there at LSU. They have some impressive wins this year against some really good teams.
LSU may have the most impressive wins in the country. The Tigers have 4 top 25 wins, with 3 of those being in the top 10. LSU upset then number 8 Miami 33-17 in their season opener. In week 3, LSU went on the road and upset then number 7 Auburn on the Plains 22-21.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
LSU's lone loss on the season came at the hands of the Gators in the Swamp. Then 5th-ranked LSU led number 22 Florida 19-14 in the fourth quarter, but the Gators scored 2 late touchdowns, putting the game away on a 25-yard interception return for a touchdown with just under 2 minutes to play. The Tigers bounced back in a big way the following week. LSU dominated then 2nd-ranked Georgia 36-16. The LSU defense confused Georgia's quarterback Jake Fromm as he completed just 16 of 34 passes for 209 yards and 1 touchdown with 2 interceptions. However, the Tigers will face a much different quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa. Tua is on pace to set the NCAA all-time passing efficiency record and has thrown for 25 touchdowns without throwing an interception on the season. The LSU defense will look to erase that 0 from Tua's stat line. The Tigers lead the nation in interceptions with 14, is 5th in passing efficiency defense, and 7th in scoring defense, allowing just 15 points per game.
I think they're very elite in a lot of ways in terms of the way they play defense. Very athletic, very good front 7, do a good job of stopping the run. They got a really good secondary.
With Alabama's offense on a record-setting pace and the LSU defense ranking near the top in the nation, something has to give. For the Tide, they can't afford to give the ball away. LSU leads the SEC and is 5th in the nation in turnover margin at +12. To keep up their offensive success in a very hostile environment, the Tide cannot afford to commit any turnovers. Reporting from the Crimson Tide Production Studios here inside Bryant-Denny Stadium, I'm Christopher England with Tide TV.